Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we take a break from Final Fantasy content and do some Spider-Man videos. We'll probably have about 2 weeks of content based on the results of a poll on my Patreon page. Now, a quick note on budgets for these decks. I'm basing the budget on staples and not newly printed cards. Staples have mostly stabilized, but newly released cards have not. Just because a card is mythic and pre-ordering for $50 doesn't mean it's going to stay at that price. So, for this deck led by Miles Morales, I tried to keep the deck cheap. But we won't know for about 3 months if the deck winds up staying under $100. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Miles Morales is a 2-mana 1/2 legendary human citizen hero. When he enters, we may put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. We may pay 6 mana to transform Miles, but we can only activate this as a sorcery. Transformed, he becomes Ultimate Spider-Man, a 4/3 legendary spider-human hero with First Strike and Haste. We may pay 2 to put a +1/+1 counter on Ultimate Spider-Man. He gains Hexproof and becomes colorless until the end of turn. Additionally, whenever we attack, we double the number of each kind of counter on each spider and each legendary creature we control. Quick note about the new Spider-Man cards. As I'm sure you noticed, Ultimate Spider-Man has a mana cost. He is an MDFC that can transform. Prior to this set, these were 2 separate abilities. An MDFC was a 2-sided card, but you picked one or the other. You could not transform it once it was on the battlefield. Meanwhile, a card that transformed had to be cast from the front side, and then you activated to transform it, usually by paying mana. But with this new set, all MDFC cards can be transformed, but only cards from this set have a built-in way to do so. So, Miles cares about +1/+1 counters and legendary creatures, and spiders. So we'll want to ensure our deck has all 3 of those. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet, and they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They also come in a variety of sizes and colors, including this new blue 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks, want a little bit of extra space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase, then this box is the perfect solution. Find out if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Rootbound Crag, Sunpetal Grove, Clifftop Retreat, Highland Forest, Arctic Treeline, Alpine Meadow, Wooded Ridgeline, Radiant Grove, Sacred Peaks, Cinderglade, Canopy Vista, Radiant Summit, Sheltered Thicket, Scattered Groves, Glittering Massif, Game Trail, Fortified Village, Fury Calm Snarl, Gruul Turf, Selesnya Sanctuary, Boros Charm, Scavenger Grounds, 4 mountains, 6 forests, and 4 plains. Like I told you, fairly budget friendly. Our mana ramp package consists of the Earth Crystal, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, Kami of Whispered Hopes, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Sakura Tribelder, Farseek, Rampant Growth, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Circuitous Route, Skyshroud Claim, and Migration Path. Again, mostly budget, but we can splurge a little bit on some good ramp like 3 Visits and Nature's Lore. For card advantage, we've got Terra Symbiosis, Radioactive Spider, Aranya, Heart of the Spider, Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Gwen Free Spirit, Toski, Bearer of Secrets, Return of the Wild Speaker, Rishkar's Expertise, and Romantic Rendezvous. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Our interaction and spot removal consists of Swords to Plowshares, Return to Nature, Boros Charm, Abrade, Generous Gift, Beast Within, Arachnogenesis, Spectacular Tactics, Chaos Warp, Terrific Team Up, Destroy Evil, Kapow, Unbreakable Formation, and Snakeskin Veil. Some staples, but also a few thematic cards, as it should be. For board wipes, we've got Damning Verdict and Blasphemous Act. Simple and straightforward. The core of our deck consists of Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Punk, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man India, Shalayan Halar, Aunt May, Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly Web Warriors, Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy, Arasta of the Endless Web, and Origin of Spider-Man. Supporting our plan, we've also got Hardened Scales, Branching Evolution, Rhythm of the Wild, Annie Joins Up, All Will Be One, Bright Palm Soul Awakener, Tifa Martial Artist, Abzan Falconer, Double Trouble, and Strength of Will. I know I said we were keeping it mostly budget, but how could I pass up adding All Will Be One to the deck? It just fits perfectly. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources split between 38 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. 9 pieces of card advantage. 14 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Return to Nature and Scavenger Grounds. 1 sudden I win card in All Will Be One. Depending on the number of spiders and or legendary creatures when we attack, we could kill our opponents just by attacking. Remember, Miles' attack trigger, after he's been transformed of course, doubles the number of each kind of counters on each spider and legendary creature we control. Meanwhile, All Will Be One deals damage to a single target based on the number of counters we put on a permanent or player. So if we start with 10 counters and then double them to 20, we just dealt 10 damage to any target. Not game-ending, but not bad either. But if we have 20 spiders and each of them already has 2 counters on them, that means we put 40 counters on those spiders and can kill a player outright. And we have enough cards in the deck to generate that many spiders quite easily. Are you building a Miles Morales Commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya Muffins, Marcus Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Naswin Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Asura, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yori, and Sleech. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.